And we are live. And there's nobody here, so that's okay. But Michelle always comes in and says hello before we start. So, okay, now we have 3 people, apparently. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know whether it even reflects reality, what I see on the screen. What exactly is reality, anyway? So, hey, Frenchie. Hey, glad to see you. Anyway, so here we are. It's another Wednesday free for all, and we are just here to have a good time. Hey, naughty yarnies. We're just here to have a good time and chat, and that's pretty much it. There's no theme. There's no nothing, and God only knows where the conversation is going to go. Hey, Leanne. So glad to see you. Um, so anyway, standard ice-breaking stuff. What's on your hook? What's in your cup? All of that stuff. Oh, the Matrix, is that what it is? I never did understand that. Never saw the movie either. I'm okay with that. So, Matrix. Okay, yeah. So, let's see. There was my first Nightbot interaction. You're knitting a cowl. Ooh, that's cool. Is it your own pattern, your own design, or somebody's pattern? Frenchie is doing a cardigan. Ooh, 202 subs. That's good. Ooh. Oh, yes, Leanne. Is that the same one you were showing yesterday? The bod summer top? I did a bod hat today. I was saying that I am so done with blue hats. I turned around and did a green hat. This is a bod pattern. It's her herringbone double crochet hat. And hey, Glenny Square. It's my bod along entry, if you will. I'll probably do another one of her hats before the month is out. Oh, Leanne, you're doing another one. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, Pivy. Hey, glad to see you. I have something on my hook, except the last time I tried to talk and work on it at the same time, I made lots and lots of mistakes. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just frogging something that I needed to frog. Hey, Regina, glad to see you. Welcome, everybody. Everybody is welcome here, unless you're mean. We don't like mean people. What's everybody up to today? What's for dinner? We are going to have breakfast for dinner. The other day, when I was coming home from Charlotte, I stopped by my this little mom and pop. Hey, Franca. Hey, Paper Diva. Hey, Ola Joe. Hey, Dana. Oh, wow. Lots and lots of people coming in. So I was just saying that the other day when I was driving home from Charlotte, I stopped at this little mom and pop store in pretty close to my mother's hometown, where they make their own sausage, and we've never found any like it. And since it was like just a mile off the highway, I had to stop, and I brought some home. So we're going to have breakfast for dinner tonight with the sausage and like some scrambled eggs and some grits. It'll be great. Oh, Franca Parotti. It's easy. Who can't say that? Hey, Karen. Hey, PJ. Hey, Amy Long. It's all of my all of those years singing in Italian. It's like I was one of my most recent Monday Man, actually, my most recent interview that I posted was with a guy who's Italian but living in Switzerland, and his Instagram is Italian Knit Man. And I told him I had studied a little Italian, and he asked me to give him a sample, and I went, "Si mi chiamano mi." He wasn't impressed. Maybe I should have gone, "In questa reggia." No, Franca, that does not surprise me at all. They probably say Franca, don't they? Oh, thank you, PJ. I enjoy doing it. He's lots of fun. He's a perfectly lovely gentleman and also easy on the eyes. I don't know how it happens, but I always choose guys who are easy on the eyes. I wonder what that's about. Let's see. Hey, Kelly Manir. I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. So we're just chatting and schmoozing. So I always want to start out with a few announcements. First, I always forget this, so now I've started making notes of how I want to open. I always have to thank everybody, subscribers, everybody who supports me with Patreon or YouTube memberships. Some people have been very, very generous in many ways. Also, there have been some people who have shouted me out recently. The guys at Needles at the Ready, in their most recent podcast, they shouted me out because they were my interview last week. Urban Yarns, Gary, he posted a picture of a finished object that he had made with one of my patterns. Oddly enough, I don't recall him buying it, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm getting some nice attention. If you can say, "Oh, Franco," then Franca. Yeah. I'll bet a lot of Brits can't say Franco either. But anyway, yeah. And native English speakers don't have a sense of the masculine and feminine endings that are usually in the Romance languages like Italian and Spanish and French. I once worked with a woman whose name was Linda Bonito, and she used to always say that her name, that both her first name and last name meant beautiful. And I said, yes, but your last name has a masculine ending. And she took offense at that. Chicken carbonara. Ooh, sounds good. Okay. Oh, excuse me, people. Oh, I'm going to put up the link. Ugh. So, actually, I was thanking everybody who, all the subscribers and everybody who does anything, because you keep me going. Actually, I can't tell you how many times I have come into a scheduled live thinking, I'm so tired. Oh my God, how am I going to get through this? And then by the time it was over, I'm going, oh my God, this is so much fun. Oh my God, I'm so sorry it's over. Hey!
Howdy.
Oh, Gwenny Square has chicken noodle soup. I love to make homemade chicken soup. Certain other people in my household don't like my soup. Hey, Granny D.
Hey, Granny D.
Well, Franca, I don't know why anyone would think that I was being snarky. Actually, this was many, many years ago. My snark was still a little crude. It had not been totally refined. So anyway, what else is going on? Tell me everything, people.
Hi, Dana. I'm doing okay.
So actually, yesterday, when I did my Topic Tuesday, I showed some of the beautiful gifts that Granny D gave me when we met up over the weekend. So I'll
Uh-huh.
show you a few of them right now. One of them was this project notebook.
Ooh.
How cool is that?
Uh-huh.
And another one, because she knows me,
Oh, Shakespeare. Awesome.
flush with verse. It's
Mm-hmm.
meant for bathroom reading. And she gave me this wonderful dog book
Oh,
and a bunch of yarn too. Oh my goodness, such yarn.
yeah.
So I don't think I'll ever have to buy yarn again because people keep gifting me yarn.
Well, that's
I'm
good.
not objecting. I'm
No,
telling you
you
that.
wouldn't
But
object either. If anybody wants to give me yarn, y'all can. I'll
yeah,
take it.
so in fact, oh, another announcement. I finally sent off my hat not hate box today. It was almost 13 pounds of hats.
Ooh, boy. I can't imagine. 13 pounds.
It was,
That's a lot.
I don't know the exact count, but it was around 85, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I did 4 over the weekend, actually, um, including one with one of the balls of yarn that Granny gave me. She gave me several of these Premier Just Yarn balls that you get from
Yeah.
Dollar Tree.
Uh-huh.
So that worked out well. Now I have several more of these, and um, she gave me this Summer Nights, which also Lion Brand Summer Nights, which also
Uh-huh.
comes from Dollar Tree. And I had some already in a
Mm-hmm.
different color,
Mm-hmm.
and I had 2 skeins of that different color, and that's what I'm using right now on the thing that I'm working on. But the thing that I'm working on is taking a long time because it's all single crochet.
Oh, no.
So,
Single crochet.
but
Yeah.
it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah.
It really will. And honestly, I got the idea from one of the stitches I found in this book, which Fiber Floozy sent me.
Oh, I need that. I need that. I
Do you want
need
to see it again? Do you want to write down the title?
that. Hang on.
I wish I still had an Amazon link. They Amazon sort of canceled my
Okay.
affiliate status because I never had a single sale. So it's like, why bother with you? Um, yes, Franca. It takes getting used to. Franca's referring to the different terminology between the U.S. and U.K.
Oh,
in
yeah. Mm-hmm.
different stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it takes getting used to. And if you know the the language that you're working with, you can deal with it. But
Yeah.
sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's not stated, and you have to just figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, have I missed anybody who came in?
Uh,
Um,
somebody said hi to me last week. No.
well,
Hi,
Dana,
Regina.
yeah,
Oh,
Dana said hi to you as well.
yeah, I said hi to her, and I was doing okay. She asked how I was doing. A little tired.
Oh, Andrea, Franco wants to go to your house for chicken noodle soup. So do I, but I haven't been
Ooh.
invited yet. And I'm the one who lives nearest to you. I'm just saying. And I invited you to let your granddaughter use my bathroom. So it's probably good because I'm not a good housekeeper. That it's probably good you turned me down. But
Here.
anyway.
No, the top I did go ahead and attach it together, and then I went around with a single crochet around the neck, even though it's it's long, and then so I just went ahead and because it's my very first top, so
Well, it looks nice, but I still think it looks big for you.
well I haven't tried it on, so
Well,
yeah, I just put it together today, so I'm making something else now. I'm making like a tank top, but she uses spaghetti straps, and I'm making a tank top. Out of the
mm-hmm.
straps is going to be bigger than hers, and it's the kind that you just keep on going and going and going. Then you fold it, and then you stitch slip stitch it together.
Yeah.
So that's the one I'm making now.
Franca, that's a lovely thing to say. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that you found me too.
Hi Kelly, thank you. So
Actually, just yesterday we were all raving about the yarn that Leanne was using on that top. You said it was ice cream yarn?
Tutti Frutti.
I have never used that yarn, but I've
I haven't
wanted
either.
to.
I wanted to see how it worked up, and it's real pretty. And it, like Granny D said, it looked real good as a baby blanket.
See, now this is some yarn. It's let's see how many yards are in it. This is like a Red Heart Super Saver, but it's not as harsh as Red Heart Super Saver usually is. So this particular variety of Red Heart is not so bad. How many yards? I'm trying to figure out.
I think it's 484 because I got
No, this particular one is 236, and I have 3 of them.
236. Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what to do with that.
Yeah. Is that the stripes or is that the ombre?
It's stripes.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I can make. Yeah, I can make one of my existing shawl patterns. You know, in my sleep with this.
I just seen a shawl that it would look good. The ones I got. I don't know how much it'll take though. It's that I forgot what it's called now. It's it's real like a circle kind of shawl.
Like a semicircle or a circle that you fold over?
It's like a circle like this. What was that called?
Well, I have my semicircle Alicia shawl. It's been in testing for like 14 years now. So I'm hoping to publish that soon. But I have to say my testers have done me a tremendous favor by annoying me so much.
Well, maybe I'll just wait for yours.
Because they... I'm sorry, say that again?
You said yours is a circle too? A semicircle?
A semicircle. I've posted pictures of it before.
Oh.
But my testers have... They're very good at pointing out where I do not write things clearly. And there are some things that I had to rework.
Yeah.
So that they actually made better sense and they actually came out with a better product. So I'm hoping to publish it later this week. And by golly, it's not going to be a cheap pattern. It might be my most expensive pattern.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Oh, Franca says that by the time she gets to Guani, the chicken soup will be old. We have freezers over here.
Yeah. Just put in the freezer. Pop it on in there. I have no idea what I ate for supper.
Oh, hey, Angela, I didn't see you come in. I hate when I miss people because then people, hey, Amy Long, because then I hear about it. Um,
Yeah.
I honestly, I really do love making chicken soup. It's like chicken soup for the soul.
Yep. I've never made it. My husband has. He
It's
cooks.
so easy. It is so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Regina says she likes what I described about breakfast for
Mm-hmm.
dinner, which
Mm-hmm.
is what we're planning today.
Yeah, that's good. I like
I love breakfast for dinner. I love breakfast
it.
at any time of the day.
I do too. And I love going to the Crackle Barrel for breakfast.
I like a good diner breakfast. Um,
Yeah.
Diners in the South are not like New York diners.
Wow. Well, I don't know.
I,
I've never
I
been.
spent 27 years in New York,
Mm,
so
okay.
um, they're a little
Mm-hmm.
different, but you can find good things. Now, what I love is uh, Bojangles biscuits, like a
Mm-hmm.
bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or like recently they had like a deal with 2 sausage and egg biscuits for $4.
Uh-huh.
So I stopped at one McDonald or Bojangles when I was heading up to Kannapolis to see Granny D and this
Mm-hmm.
college event. Um, and they, in addition to being understaffed and having to wait far too long, they were all out of sausage. Even
Oh,
though the promotion was still on the sign outside saying sausage and egg biscuits 2 for $4.
good grief.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
contacted the website about that.
I did. I wouldn't have been too happy sitting in line like that.
Well, fortunately, they have other things that I like very much as
Well,
well.
yeah, I had it. I baked there like one time, and it was a bowl, a chicken bowl. Have you heard those chicken bowls?
Oh, a
Um,
chicken bowl?
yeah,
I don't believe I've had that.
one of I don't know. They've got like many of them, and I've ate
Hmm.
one, and that's the last time I've ate there.
Really? You didn't like
Mhm.
it?
Oh, it was all right. I just hadn't that. I don't eat out very much.
Franco, we do not say that name in this room. Um, but I mean, I guess I gave away my political leanings as if it were a secret to anyone right in
I don't
that comment. But
politics because you know that politics can make friendships sour right fast, and I'd rather not talk.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
It's
I
best.
try to avoid that sort
Yeah,
of thing, and
yeah.
because our whole society has become so polarized,
So
it's there's no middle ground. There's no
yeah,
compromise. There's no respect for the other person. It's
yeah.
like you
Because
disagree with me, so you're a
right, because we all have our own opinion and stuff. So we just leave.
yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, hey, Spring the Fiber enthusiast.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Have I missed anything else in the
Oh, oh, Granny just told me how to make it.
Oh, how to make
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
actually that is a good idea. You can grab a
Yeah.
rotisserie chicken.
I wonder
But you know what? You can get a pack of chicken thighs for $8. You can get like 8 or 10 thighs for $8.
Mm-hmm.
You just bake them in the oven. In fact, if you have one of those large aluminum foil baking tins that you would use for a turkey, that's
Yeah.
perfect for that.
Oh
And
wow.
then you just bake them in the oven with, if you want to, you can also throw some vegetables in there, some celery, carrots, and onion and stuff. And then um, you would put the used vegetables into the stock pot.
Mm-hmm.
You would put the, you would bake it in the oven for, I usually do it for between 30 and 45 minutes
Uh-huh.
until the chicken is done.
Right.
And then what I do is if I have included vegetables, I will put those in the stock pot.
Uh-huh.
I will take the skin and the bones from the chicken and put it in the stock pot. Any kind of usable chicken meat, I will keep aside, and then I will like dice it up to use it later in the soup. And then any drippings in the pan, I will pour it off.
Mm-hmm.
I will put it in the fridge, and when it separates,
Oh.
I will keep the chicken fat aside, and then that jelly at the bottom, I'll put that in the stock pot. And then when I have the stock pot going, put a lot of water in it, and it can take up to 2 days for my chicken soup, but by golly, it's worth it.
That sounds good, though. Actually, I mean, it does.
And none of it is hard. It just takes time. And it's something that you have to let simmer for a long, long time. Not boil, but just simmer.
It sounds good, though. It really does.
And then, after it has simmered for a long, long time, you take all the solids out of the stock pot. And then you have just the broth left. And then you get some like carrot, celery, onion. You dice it up. You saute it in the chicken fat that you saved. And then you add that to the chicken broth. You add the cubed up chicken to the chicken broth. And then if you want to add noodles or if you want to add rice, you do that like in the last half hour of cooking. But then what you're doing there, you're also going to simmer it for a while. So, I honestly, I have been known to like leave it out at room temperature overnight because I'm going to boil it again. It's not going to be poison.
Wow.
That's
good. It really
so. And it works really, really well. Now, you have to be careful if you're putting rice in, because then the leftovers, they're going to get all starchy and gloopy. So then when you reheat it, you would add more water. Or maybe some canned chicken stock or something.
Oh, okay. I'd rather have noodles anyway.
Well, the noodles could give off a lot of starch as well, but not as much as the rice.
Just do that. But yeah, that sounds really good. I mean,
that's one of my favorite things to make, and I haven't made it in a long time. The most recent soup I made, I had a leftover ham bone and bits from Easter, and I boiled that with some vegetables and stuff, and then I added some. I think I added some frozen collard greens to it, and some like canned diced tomatoes, that sort of thing. And it was pretty good. It wasn't special. I wasn't especially thrilled with it, and usually I'm the one who eats the lion's share of the soup that I make. Other things that I make are better received around here, but not so much the soups.
Hi, Deb. Hi, Zach.
Oh, hey, Zach. Hey, Debbie Reynolds. Glad to see you. Oh, yeah, those are good suggestions about the rice. And actually, if you have leftover rice from another meal, or even if it's like from a Chinese takeout, that works very well too.
Have you ever had split pea soup?
I adore split pea soup. It is the only way that I will accept green peas, because otherwise, if they're fresh, I think they're the work of the devil.
Yeah. But, well, me and my husband, we never had it, and we really wanted to try it. Well, he looked everywhere for this with the split peas. He got not the frozen kind, but the The other kind, though.
The dried ones in a
Yeah.
bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, he found them, and he said he went all over to find them, and he fixed it. Well, it was all right.
If you
I
there
don't
are
think.
things. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't think he done it all that well. Whatever he was supposed to put in it and stuff.
Well, there are some tips with dried beans. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up on dried beans, split peas, also
Yeah.
dried lima beans, dried black-eyed peas,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. Because my mother grew up on a tobacco farm in Columbus County, North Carolina. So even
Mm-hmm.
when we were in Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
I got that stuff. Oh, Granny Square colored cook-off. I've never heard of it.
Oh.
Wow. Um. Oh, hey Jenny. I didn't see you come in. Hey Nana Michelle.
Hey,
I'm going to post the link again in case anybody wants to come up. We're talking about soup. Who knows what we talk about in this room?
we got all kinds of soup going on over here.
Hey Sharon. Um, but I like split pea soup. If you do it in like a pressure cooker or an Instapot,
Uh-huh.
then you don't have to soak it overnight. Because otherwise, if you were doing it like a regular with like a long simmer and everything, you would have to soak the dried beans overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it like a regular with like a long simmer. Frenchie, I think you need to mute something.
I did.
Okay, good. But with a pressure cooker or an Instapot, you can do really great things with dried beans, and um, I've I've done it. You just put in the dried peas, the split peas, or whatever else you want. You put in a piece of meat, even if it's just bacon, or you can get like salt pork or ham hocks or something from the grocery store, and that adds flavor. And then you might put in a bay leaf or some onion or whatever else you want, and then you use a combination of chicken stock and from a box and water,
Mm-hmm.
and then you use the Instapot for however long it says to use it,
Yeah.
and it comes out great. And it's another thing that usually as leftovers you have to add liquid because it gets too goopy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind because it tastes so good, especially with all of that salted meat, smoked
Yeah.
salted meat flavor in there.
I mean, I felt it tasted pretty good, but he's kind of picky.
Mm.
He likes sweet peas, but that I don't think he liked that way.
He didn't like the split pea soup, no.
No.
Now I realize that I am quite in the minority in not liking fresh peas, and I'm willing to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
My ex was actually he was a good cook. He was like top of his class in culinary school, um, and he would make this fresh pea and mint soup that he thought was wonderful, and I'm sure it was. But whenever I would taste it, I would taste the peas, and I would go, no.
You notice you start talking about food, all the foodies come up.
Well, yeah, of
I
course.
make butternut squash, carrot, and ginger soup with red lentils in it.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that sounds
delicious.
good. I love ginger.
So I
Well,
cook it up and then blitz it with the hand blender.
Oh yeah, the kitchen vibrator. Yeah.
Sometimes I add a potato or two in there to thicken it up,
Mm-hmm.
like a grated potato.
Mm-hmm.
But that cooks instantly and it makes it thicker without having to add cream in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
There's another soup that I like that is a Portuguese soup that has this kind of Portuguese sausage, but you can probably use any sausage you want. And it has kale and potatoes and, the standard onions, carrots, and everything else. And you first you would cook the sausage. I would slice it up, cook it up, take it out, and then cook everything else with chicken stock. Then whiz it with the stick blender or whatever else you have at hand.
Whiz it,
yeah. And then it should be nice and smooth. And you can do that either before or after you add the kale. Did I mention potatoes?
Yep.
And then you would add the sausage back in and let it all heat through. And whether you have the kale whole or whizzed up as part of the thing, it just comes out totally delicious. And I found that on one of my favorite cooking channels called Food Wishes.
My youngest maid, she came over after I busted up with my hubby and I was in an apartment. She would come over all the time and we would make the best stuff. But she had the idea to do some kale chips in the oven. And you just put them on, put a little olive oil on a pan and put the kale out. And they were so crunchy and it was so good.
I've seen those. I've never had them.
Yeah,
It's delicious.
You can get these things. I think they were popular in the 70s, where you could dry out. You could use it to make jerky, or you could use it to dry out things. So I think those are pop. You could even do it probably in what do they call it? An air fryer. Yeah, I don't have an air fryer. Oh, Dana says we're making her hungry. Well, it's dinner time, isn't it?
Well, I ate. I'm getting hungry now.
Oh.
I just ate.
Ooh, Granny Square talks about ham and corn chowder.
That sounds good.
Ooh.
Yep.
No, I don't know.
With some corn.
Ooh, shrimp gumbo. Yum. And Jenny talks about pepper rice soup or chicken corn soup. Yes. I've seen so many. Another one of my favorite cooking channels on YouTube is called As Good As It Gets, Goode, because that's the guy's name. He's, and a lot of it is really about using the slow cooker, and I've learned a lot of my favorite slow cooker things from that channel, but also he uses an Instapot, and he's hysterically funny, and he's part of a country band, and occasionally you'll get to hear him sing, and it's lots and lots of fun watching his thing. Oh, cream of asparagus soup. I've seen that done, although I've never tasted it, but I've seen it done, and as an adult, I have come to love asparagus. When I was a kid, I only knew that icky canned asparagus.
Canned asparagus is gross.
I don't know why anyone would ever want it. Franca doesn't like cilantro?
I don't like cilantro.
I love cilantro.
Devil's work, that and wool.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Now,
thing with cilantro. This is this genetic mutation that makes you taste. It
tastes like soap, right? Yeah. That I can excuse. I mean, there's no logic behind anyone who likes green peas. I mean, that honestly, it is the work of the devil.
I do.
Hey, MLB.
Sunday bullets.
Or banquet bullets, yeah.
Actually, that's what my ex's family called them. Sunday bullets. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and Sunday bullets.
We used to have fried chicken, rice, and gravy because my mother knew that I didn't like mashed potatoes because to that point my experience with mashed potatoes was mostly with instant mashed potatoes.
Ew.
If it's real mashed potatoes, later in life I learned real mashed potatoes are delicious. I still cannot stomach instant mashed potatoes. but real mashed
Some of
potatoes
them
are
I don't
wonderful.
mind, like the Orida.
Well, they have gotten better in quality, I think, over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd still prefer real mashed potatoes. Franca says if she wanted to eat cilantro, she would eat potpourri. Mm. So anyway, at the top of the hour, I had a few news items that I wanted to share. I mean, the first thing that I always try to do is thank everybody who is a subscriber or a supporter in any other way, whether it's Patreon or my YouTube membership or through Super Chats or through PayPal or Cash App or anything else. People have been ridiculously generous to me, and I am very grateful. I don't say that enough. And I did show some of the new stuff that I had, especially. I mean, the most exciting stuff is what Granny D gave me over the weekend.
No.
Although, where did I put it? Oh, I also had this that I got quite recently. It's a phone case. Oh, you can't really. Oh, I never know. It's a phone case. You can't. Oh, I can't make it.
There you go.
I see it. Oh,
No, it's for the ASPCA.
that's cute.
So buying this supported the ASPCA. I also bought a tote bag from the ASPCA. Also, let's see, what did I do with that other package? I got this. I got a few little tchotchkes from my ex, but the cutest one was. He's a big Mets fan, so he sent me this puppy dog pen with a Mets logo. Does that come across?
Aww.
Yeah.
Yes, that's sweet.
But a few other things as well that were like really cute. And then of course all the amazing gifts that Granny gave me. I just brought her a shawl, and she gave me all this yarn and these books and stuff.
Bon
And
appetit,
You
PJ.
making me something was much more thought put in it than me putting some stuff in a bag.
yeah. Oh, and the bag
book,
itself
the
even.
book, when I found that book, I said, "Oh my gosh, that's David."
And the tote bag itself says "Follow your heart."
Yeah.
And it was filled with all of this yarn and those books and things. So, I mean, it was a wonderful, wonderful meeting.
I just enjoyed meeting you so much. And of course, seeing Ezra again.
That was lovely. I think it was the second time for both of us meeting Ezra. I'm going to be back up in the area at the end of the month because some other college friends are going to be gathering, except they'll be on the south side of Charlotte. So I might be able to. I'm hoping to meet up with Happy Crafty Homemaker because she lives on the south side of Charlotte as well, just to have a lunch or something.
Yeah.
And then hang out with my friends as well. So I have to make gifts for them. So actually, this prototype that I'm making for this new design that I'm going to publish, if I ever get it done, because it's all single crochet and it's taking forever. I was going to use a stronger word, but it's taking forever. But if I ever get it done, it will be a gift that I take to one of my friends, and then another one of those friends. I've already sent her several gifts. Actually, another one of those friends is the Alicia for whom the Alicia shawl is named. So I have sent her an Alicia shawl and one other. I think it was a moss stitch shawl.
Cool.
Yeah, Gwenny, you and I have to make a trip up to Charlotte, don't we? Mm. Gwenny Square is sorry that she has not yet met you.
Who's that?
Gwenny Square.
Has not met me?
Yeah, Andrea, my local yarn buddy.
Right, I know. I'd love to meet her too.
She's the one who gave me the gift that I forgot to bring with me. It was the only thing, and I stood inside the front door going, what could I have possibly forgotten?
Do I have everything?
And I'm going, you know, toiletries, underwear, socks, meds, crochet stuff, as if that were ever a question. You know,
That's the first thing
everything.
I pack.
Yeah, exactly.
You pack way too much.
But, yeah. Hey, Susan Burke.
Susan.
Oh, Gwenny Square. Oh, wouldn't it be fun if we did a trip up there, especially if you drove?
No. Don't say it out loud.
Where?
Actually, last year I was talking about trying to organize an Eastern North Carolina yarn meetup, but then, you know, public health, and then my own finances, it just wasn't going to work. So I had to cancel it, but I think it would be... okay, Granny D, settle something for us once and for all. Can you get Carolina Treat barbecue sauce where you are?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's what we used to put on. Well, I was talking about my mother-in-law earlier, or Sunday dinners over at their house. A lot of times she would put treat on the chicken and bake it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For everybody else,
Like
it's a regional brand, and
it's type sauce.
Yeah.
I guess we still do. I haven't looked for it in ages, but we used to.
Well, I was supposed to bring you some, but I forgot and left it at home.
Oh.
But Franca says that the meds seem to be working for my sarcasm. I don't know if that is meant to be a good comment or not. But I don't know.
Part of David's charm.
Exactly. I mean, a de-snarkified David would not be a David at all.
Where do you live?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in Wilmington, and Gwenny Square is outside of Wilmington. Sorry?
How far is that from me?
No, you are southwest of Charlotte, correct?
I'm in South Carolina.
I know. Southwest of Charlotte?
I have no idea.
Okay, give me the town name and I'll look it up.
Sumter.
Sumter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I hear Sumter, I think of Charleston.
That's Fort Sumter.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I do have a grasp on U.S. history, a little bit.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm calling up Google Maps. It would have been better to do it on my phone.
I know Charlotte's 3 hours away from me. I know that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just wondering.
Okay. Sumter, South Carolina.
I know Rock Hill and Columbia, and that's about it. Well,
Yeah, Columbia is 45 minutes from me.
In which direction?
That direction.
You're very helpful, Leanne.
I don't know which way that is. That way.
Okay. Okay. Oh, come on.
I don't know what way that is.
Stupid map thingy.
I don't pay attention.
Okay, now I lost Sumter on the map.
Uh-oh, see, our little town's so little it floats away.
Okay, there's Sumter. Now, zoom out. Zoom out again. Get that stupid sidebar out of the equation. Get that other sidebar out. Okay, it looks like you're pretty much directly east of Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah, directly east of Columbia.
Sounds, yeah.
So you're not too far from 95, but also not that far from 77 and 26 and 20.
Mm-mm.
So then from Columbia to Charlotte, I think it's probably 2 hours, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know
It's
anything.
about that. It's about that much. Yeah, you're about right.
Okay.
Because I've been
Oh.
to Charlotte.
So yeah. Anyway,
All right.
in fact, if I ever could organize some sort of an Eastern Carolina yarn festival or get together, then you would probably want to come. It would probably have to be in Wilmington or Myrtle Beach or Conway or something like that. Hey, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And then people from, well, people could come from, because we have people in Greenville, we have people in other parts of South Carolina. Where does Cynthia's joyful whatever live? And I know she's actually she's ailing now, isn't she? She's sick, but she lives in South Carolina somewhere. But if we organize something, or even if we organize something that might be a little more accessible, like in
Can y'all hear the thunder here?
Laurenburg or Orangeburg or something like that.
No, I got
Thunder gets pretty
airplanes.
loud every once in a while.
No, actually, the weather is quite nice here.
I got airplanes
Do you know?
flying across me.
Yeah, it's funny when I left on Saturday morning when I headed up to Kannapolis. It was really rainy and thundery here in Wilmington, but after an hour's drive, it was clear sailing all the way. But when I called my sister to say I had arrived safely, she was saying that in Wilmington it was still really bad weather there.
Wow.
So, but since I've been back, it's been very nice here. I don't know, but you never know what hurricane season is going to bring.
Right.
We should actually, I don't know if this is the right year to try to organize a yarn get together. I mean, I've got things going on and financial limitations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would take a lot of organization, and I've never really organized anything like that before. Ola Joe says that Cynthia's Joyful Creations is in Newberry, which I think is near Greenville, if I'm not mistaken.
Close to Columbia area.
Okay.
South Carolina?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that far. Yeah. I know where that is.
So I think... Oh, my dear. Oh, God. Do you know what's coming to my mind? Do you know what would be the most central location? South of the border.
Yeah.
How awful would that be? Because it's right on I-95. It's right on the state border, and it's easily. It's just a few hours from like the Piedmont area and from the coast. And oh God, how? Oh, I stopped there once a couple of years ago, driving back from. I think we had gone to Charleston for Spoleto, and we were driving back to New York, and so we stopped there because I'd never been there, and basically we wanted to pee. And it was such a sad, deserted place at that time. Even in the middle of summer, it was just sad and deserted. Anyway. Oh, Granny Square, my grandmother, my granny, whom we actually did call Granny, did talk about Hurricane Hazel from the 60s. Ola Joe knows south of the border.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But you know, geographically it makes sense. There's got to be something nearby that is a little more pleasant than south of the border, but geographically it makes sense. But that's not something we can manage for this year, maybe next year.
Yeah.
So actually, Leanne and Andrea, we should work on that together. What do you think? We'll have to talk offline about that.
Yeah. Okay, doke. You hear it? Is that thunder?
Who's got thunder?
Okay.
Oh dear.
Now I can hear it now.
It was really loud while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what, Granny? As I was leaving on Monday morning, I realized I drove past a Salvation Army thrift shop that I did not know was there, and if I had known, I would have gone there Saturday as soon as I had arrived, because I love thrifting. I love to find. I refuse to pay retail for clothing anymore. I couldn't. It would not have been open on Sunday, but when I was leaving on Monday, it was not yet open because it was in the morning. Hey, Jane.
Spring, how you doing?
Good.
And hey, Spring. Looks like you're, what, on a golf cart?
No, on a side-by-side. I'm doing evening chores, and I figured I'd jump in and say hi.
Oh, I'm glad you
Be
did.
gone by the time I'm done.
Yeah, I thought she was in a golf cart too.
I didn't know who you were because you weren't in your usual background.
Yeah, I'm on the north side of the Blue Ridge. Showing the scenery.
That's love.
We like scenery. Unless you mean that as a metaphor.
No.
The north side of the Blue Ridge?
Yep.
Where exactly is that?
I'm Southwest Virginia, just over the Virginia line.
Oh, okay, cool. You know that a lot of us are in North Carolina.
Right. Yeah, it's always neat that it's like y'all are talking as my neighbors.
Pretty much. I have some good friends who are now in Charlottesville, and they're friends I made in New York when I was there. And they're perfectly wonderful people.
Awesome.
And actually, I posted a picture of one of them wearing one of my shawls that I had sent to her. A number of months ago. And I thought it was cute because I had made it with this Lion Brand mandala in the Valkyrie colorway. And I thought it was great because she's a fantastic soprano, although she's not a Valkyrie. because that takes a certain type of soprano that she is not. She's
Yeah.
a much lighter, much more delicate soprano, and just a fantastic person also. I wish I could find a way.
I
Maybe
used to be a
should.
first soprano.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. Choral music, I think, is one of the greatest joys in life.
I think I dropped a few notches though. I
Oh,
think I'm back down to like an alto nowadays.
I know a little bit about that.
Yeah. Age will do it sometimes.
Oh, Dana has some of the Valkyrie yarn. I honestly, I think they made too much of it, and then they were just trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. I like mandala.
Yep.
Granny, what kind of earrings you got on?
They're paparazzi.
Pretty.
Where's the camera? Can you see them?
Yep, I can see them. Pretty.
I like them, but they're heavy.
Yeah. I'm envious. I can't wear earrings anymore.
Oh.
Allergic
Neither
to
can
metal.
I. Oh,
I'm allergic to
I actually
nickel,
never tried, but
these don't bother me, so these must be nickel free.
oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes you have to be very careful with the metal. I mean, it's true with rings. Some
Yep.
people just get green fingers because of whatever their rings are made of. Right now I don't have any rings, so I
Real
don't worry
gold
about
does
it.
that to me.
Bracelet earring kind of gal.
Never really been that much into jewelry. Now, when we were together, we had a sort of a commitment ring. We were never married, but we were engaged for a long time. So we had a ring.
Cool.
But I don't wear it anymore. He stopped wearing it before I stopped wearing mine. But anyway.
Yeah. On a lighter note.
Moving right along.
Puppies.
Oh, speaking of which, do you know the dog that I've been talking about, the rescue that we have applied for, who has been staying with his foster because he's undergoing heartworm treatment? I found out today. I think my sister has known this for a while and thinks she told me, but didn't, which happens a lot. But he's ours. So whenever he is available, we get him. So we get this 10-year-old Cocker Spaniel and all of his health problems and veterinary bills.
Yeah. Well.
That's Granny D. Suzanne is asking whether or not you heard from Katrina today.
If I heard from Katrina?
Yes.
Franca says that she can just see me in big hoop earrings and high heels.
Someone told me in my live that I was asking if Katrina was there, and I forget who said. They said she might be moving somebody or something.
Katrina moving?
I thought she.
I don't think she's moving. I think she was helping
Helping somebody else move?
I forgot what it was. That might be totally.
I know that Katrina's father-in-law died not too long ago, and they might still be sorting out
Maybe that's it.
his house. And you know, her husband took it hard.
I've been doing updates on. I thought that maybe who you meant. Anytime I find out anything, and my source for finding out about Dina has been, I call her Detective Dancer.
Oh yeah. What you got there, Frenchie?
That's pretty, Frenchie.
Cardigan.
Sorry, say that again.
A cardigan. I just did the
Wow.
Is that
It,
blanket
Normal.
yarn?
Huh?
Is it
What kind-
blanket yarn?
Homespun.
homespun. What weight is that? Is that a 5?
Yep.
Okay.
I like homespun,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll use it to knit with.
Exactly, Franca. I never listened to her because why would I?
For my daughter's classroom cardigan. She's just gonna be a teacher.
That is so exciting.
Oh, is spring close to Wilmington too?
Mm, I'm about 4 hours north of Fort Jackson.
Oh, that's you. Oh, okay, yeah, because Granny Square was asking. Yeah. Oh, Franca. Oh, there are so many easy cardigan patterns out there.
Mm-hmm.
There really are.
Well, this one that I'm doing is called a beachcomber cardigan. It's pretty easy.
There are some that you
Because
can
it's
do the body
one
all
piece.
as one piece and then add on the
Exactly.
sleeves.
Yeah, exactly. This is a all one piece top down.
Top down, all as one piece, and then add on the sleeves. And make the sleeves as long as you want. There are some really, really easy patterns out there. And you learn so much from other people's patterns. Honestly, I have learned so much in my own designs from other people's patterns. And when I first started doing my own patterns, a lot of it came from either making so many changes that in the end it was more my change than the original pattern. And then I started seeing
That's
patterns
pretty.
and thinking, oh, I could do that. What if I did this? And what if I did that? I could do that better. What,
Yep.
that sort of thing. And then nowadays, actually yesterday on Topic Tuesday, it was all about Ask Me Anything, which I do every now and then. And one of the questions was, how do I come up with new ideas? Pretty much. A lot of it nowadays, I will find a stitch, either through a stitch tutorial or as in the book that Fiber Floozy sent me. I will find a stitch or a stitch sequence, and then I'll think, ooh, I could do something interesting with that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it has to do with, okay, I know what kind of designs I can work up easily. I know what kind of designs seem to sell on Ravelry.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that people will like this when I post pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of that is a really good motivation.
Yep.
And then, of course, I've also got a few other things. Like when Granny D did her Moss Stitch challenge, that was in May, right? I started a Moss Stitch cardigan that I knew I wasn't going to complete in time for that challenge. And I now have all of the pieces completed. I just need to put them together and do the finishing. And I really want to do that soon and show it off and write up the pattern
Yeah.
and sell it for big bucks.
There you go.
Because I'm not doing this for my health, people.
Right?
and you
David
know,
makes pattern. David's got to be paid.
yeah. Oh, it's funny because when I was doing a lot of music, especially, especially at family events, people would say, "Oh, why don't you just sit down and play?" Or "Why don't you just sing something?" And I'm going, "Why?" Yeah, it's like, yeah. David doesn't sing without getting paid.
Compensation.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? None of those people realized that if they had just shut up and left me alone, I would have wandered over to the piano and started playing whatever I pleased and started singing whatever I pleased.
Yep.
But because they were pressuring me, I was going, absolutely not.
Right.
That's my family in a nutshell.
That goes along with the making things. Oh, you can make me this or make me that or make me this. No, here's a hook.
Yeah.
Here's the yarn and do it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, I can. That doesn't mean I will.
Right.
Exactly. And what is my motivation to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't have a gazillion other things going right now.
Yeah. You know, I mean, forgive me for speaking, but I have a life. It's like, when we had my parents' 50th anniversary celebration, the morning afterwards we had like this brunch at my older sister's house, and then I showed up, and like there was like this spontaneous hug with my dad, and there had always been tension there, but there was this nice hug, and it was a lovely moment, and my aunt completely ruined it by saying, "Do that again so I can take a picture."
Oh gosh.
Makes you want to knock it out on their head.
Oh, let me tell you, I have a patented icy glare. It didn't get through to her, but of course it wouldn't, because she came from my family. But, you know what they say, of course they know how to push your buttons, they installed them.
Exactly.
But anyway, that's how it is.
Goodness.
Yeah. Oh, Gwen Square is talking about the Jesus Loves Me story. That is going to go down in history when Andrea and Avery, her granddaughter, and I went up to meet Ezra. On the way back, Avery asked me to sing, and I'm going, Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Oh, I can never remember the next line. Da, 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 da. We are weak, but he is strong. And then I go, what comes next? And Avery goes, Itsy bitsy spider comes down.
That was cute.
It was so funny. That really will. How sad is it that the last thing I wanted to say was, I wish I had that on video so that I could post it somewhere. That is such a commentary on our age.
It's cute.
On the times we're living in. But it was so cute. Little ones to him belong, but he is strong. Yep. And what comes next? Itsy bitsy spider comes down the spider.
The things that come out of children's mouths.
I know. What is it they say about poets, saints, and fools? Yeah. And children.
Mm-hmm. Well, I reckon I gotta get back to chores. I noticed the neighbors' cows are over for a visit, so I gotta run them back.
Oh.
My God.
Do you know what's curious? I started watching this YouTube channel from this guy in Scotland whose trade is trimming cows' hooves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really fascinating. I would never have imagined. It's all about trimming the hooves and preventing disease and infection and stuff. But also he has the most amazing drone footage of the area where he lives in Scotland. And it
I
makes me
bet.
want to go and move there. Of course, my first question would be, where's the nearest yarn shop?
Mm-hmm.
But it would be all expensive pure wool.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be okay with that if I could afford the pure wool. Oh, Franca, that's wonderful. She says, I love children, but I couldn't eat a whole one.
I'm actually a certified blacksmith, a farrier.
Oh, a farrier. Oh, yes.
Both my husband and I, we don't, since we moved to West Virginia, we don't do other people's horses anymore, but we shoe our own.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Farmer's life.
Okay, we're all going to go in and
Everybody,
visit
I'm gonna have to
spring.
jump down.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad you were here,
I
Granny.
enjoyed it. I just have to get up every little bit, move around, or my part will get where they won't. I'm like the Tin Man on.
I know how that is. When I stand up, I'm hunched over like I'm 80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm off too. Bye,
Love
guys.
ya.
Oh no! I think we need to organize a group trip to southwestern Virginia to go and see Spring and her horses and cows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nightbot just told you about my Ravelry store. So go and buy stuff. Anyway. Sorry?
I said I'll think about it.
Okay. Oh yeah, we can get a tour bus. Actually, we should get a tour bus and go all around the Carolinas. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. There's gotta be some pretty. There's some waterfalls, beautiful waterfalls that we need to go find them and take good pictures of them.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's oh yeah, Glennie says we should make a survey. We could do a North Carolina, South Carolina local yarn shop crawl, just going all over both states to local yarn shops.
There is a yarn shop. I think it's either in Tennessee or I can't remember now. It's called the Yarn Barn.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I seen it on when I was coming back from Tennessee. I was thinking it's around Gatlinburg or the Smoky Mountains. I seen the big sign and I couldn't stop because I just couldn't stop. But now me and my husband's gonna go back to Tennessee next month.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking
so you can plan a stop, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who might be a good person to ask about local yarn shops in the mountains? Would be Melanie, hooked to the left, because she lives in Franklin, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, she would be a really good one to ask. She's going live again on Saturday. She lost her husband about a week and a half ago.
Is that the same person that lost her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a big surprise. I mean, like 2 weeks ago on her live, she was saying that he had a fall and had a back injury, but he was like recuperating, and then apparently something happened, and I do not know exactly what it was, but apparently the same weekend he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
Morning on our live that Saturday morning, they were joking about how his new back brace was going to make him look like a Ninja Turtle.
Exactly. I was there. Yeah. And I love Melanie. And I remember, I think it was last Wednesday on this very live stream when I first learned that he had died. And it still makes me misty.
I mean, she's so joyful and she's always so happy.
She's lovely. I mean, everybody has stuff, but she overcomes her stuff so well. And she is such a wonderful presence in the community. So, yeah. So I have to be there on Saturday to support her on her live, no matter what.
Yeah.
Puppies.
Yeah, puppies.
Puppies. So, actually,
puppies. What are you going to name your puppy?
well, actually, he's 10 years old. He's had the same name all his life. Even though I don't like the name, there's really not a good reason to change it. I will probably have a nickname for him anyway. But, when I met him, he was very shy. He might be more shy around men than around women. That happens a lot with pets. I don't know what his history is. That happened with a dog that my parents adopted that they were told didn't like men. But my dad was so gentle and loving that it was not very long before they were bosom buddies. So, I would love to emulate him in that way.
Sit.
Susan asks if I know who Seta is. I do. I think I'm subscribed to her channel. I don't watch her regularly, however. Is there a reason you ask? Let's see. Oh, by the way, Nightbot just gave you the link to my Linktree page, which gives you every single link that I have, which includes both this channel, all of my blogs, my Ravelry, my Etsy, and God only knows what else. I can't even remember. So I would not stop you from looking at that.
Well, I'm going to go back down in the chat room. So I'll see y'all later.
Oh, I'm sorry to see you go.
Oh, it's okay. I'm not going too far. I just want to step down.
Okay.
All right. Phew.
We'll see ya.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Chris is
Oh, my
asking what
goodness.
you're working on, Anna Michelle.
I am working on my bottom.
Oh, that's pretty.
I like those colors.
Thank you. And I'm not color
So-
controlling either. It's coming out.
I never color control.
I
I
don't
just do
either.
whatever is in the cake.
It does.
I'm too
whatever-
lazy to do that. Yeah.
Well, my thing is, if they're going to put it in the cake, it's meant to be that way. So.
Exactly. Who are we to toy with fate in that way?
Right, and you can't even. It changes like every 2-3 rows, all by itself.
And the farther you go, the more it works. The bigger it gets. So this is my so far, it's my only bot-along thing. You know, I was saying earlier today, I am totally done with blue hats. Then I turned around and did a green hat.
So
And
yeah,
this
you
is
went way out of the spectrum and did green.
yeah. Well, I have all of this leftover green yarn, and I wanted to have something for the bot-along, and this was, and I have the thumb drive, and this was a pattern that's on the thumb drive. It's all herringbone stitch.
Nice.
So if you look closely, there is a little bit of a crisscross type of thing. But I might go back and do another kind of hat. Hats are so easy to whip up. Believe you me, I know from hats now. But Franca, did you know that Dana is going to the UK to visit Linda Simpson? I don't know what else she's doing, but I heard her say that in her live stream this morning. I wasn't paying total attention to that.
I missed that.
Yeah, I don't know when it might be. I don't know when it's happening. It sounded like it was going to be very soon. So, but I myself, I would love to visit the UK again. It's been far too long. Especially since I've been watching these Scottish videos, I really want to see that. And then I've been watching also, there's a series that, do you know Mary Berry from the British Cooking Goddess? She had a series about English country houses where she would go there and cook. And so I want to visit all of those. And then, of course, I've always been a fan of the Two Fat Ladies, and I want to visit all the sites that they went to. So I want to go, and I just can't afford it. I can't really afford the travel plans that I have, but I'm doing it anyway and sort of trusting that something might happen. Have I mentioned I have Cash App and PayPal? Anyway. So, actually, just today, for the September Men's Fiber Retreat that's in upstate New York, I made a reservation for the drive up because it's going to be a 2-day drive. When I was younger, I could have made it in 1 day, but I'm no longer young. So I made a reservation at a perfectly charming B&B, or so it appears, for the trip up. And then I'm trying to see if I can see friends on the trip down. So I don't know how that's going to go. I'm going to try to vlog the whole thing because it's going to interrupt my posting schedule.
It'll be fun.
That it will be. So, let's see, am I missing anything in the chat? Okay. Okay.
I think
Just
Granny
lots of
and
interaction.
Julie are having snacks in the corner.
They didn't offer me any snacks. Story of my life. But actually, Granny has been very, very good to me, so I should not complain. I will anyway, but I shouldn't, because that's who I am. Great, great. Anyway, we've been on for about an hour and a half, which is usually what I do on Wednesdays, and I can smell dinner cooking in the other room.
Nice.
So,
What's for dinner?
Sausage.
Oh, I mentioned it earlier.
I missed it.
It's breakfast for dinner,
Oh, there you
including some special sausage. When I was coming back from Kannapolis, from Central North Carolina, I stopped by this mom and pop shop near my mother's hometown, where they have this sausage that they make themselves that has always been a family favorite, so I had to pick some up. So right now, even as we speak, my sister is making sausage and scrambled eggs, and I believe there will also be grits involved. So it's going to be good.
Nummy, nummy.
breakfast for dinner.
I love breakfast for dinner. I love breakfast for any meal. So it's going to be very, very good. So for that reason, I'm going to have to leave you all. And I want to thank you all for joining us, for joining me and staying so long, and for everybody in the chat for staying so long. And of course, as always, like, subscribe, comment, share, all the standard YouTube crap, and keep coming back. And thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Granny.